Pricing. That is the one pillar of the three pillars you should be focusing on when it comes to renting out your property that you need to focus on the most. Hi, I'm Mark Ainley, founder, partner of GC Realty Development, also co-host of Chicago's #1 real estate investment podcast, Straight Up Chicago Investor. Check it out. But we've leased over 5,000 units, we've managed over 6,000 properties, and we completed over 60,000 work orders in our 23 years of being in business. And pricing is a topic that comes up all the time, or when things go wrong or things sit on the market, it always comes back to pricing. And we've talked about in previous videos the three pillars that you should be focusing on, really the three boxes you could drum everything up to when you're going to rent a property, and that ends up being condition, location, and pricing. Now, pricing ends up being your leverage pillar. So if you have a great location, you have a great condition, then you can leverage pricing up to get max dollar. But if you don't have an amazing location, if you don't have an amazing condition, then pricing is where you're going to have to adjust or leverage down in order to make sure that you should be able to rent any place in the Chicago market in 2 or 3 weeks, no matter what. And this has been true for the last 10 years. And it'll probably be true for the foreseeable future with inventory being as low as a hand. But if you can't rent your place in 2 or 3 weeks, that means you more likely have a bad location, your condition stinks, and you have not set your pricing to adjust to those first two. And that is something that I want to make sure that you're focused on. Because if you break it down, if you're $100 less and you can get it rented $100 less than what your expectation was, you can get rented in 10 days versus at $100 more and being on the market for months, do the math. It usually comes down to a math problem. And when you price it too high and you sit in the market, the math doesn't math. So when you're figuring this out and you're trying to set your price, remember every single day you have a amount of rent you're losing. So opportunity cost, right? You have your total rent divided by 30 days of the month, and that's what you're losing. So, and that doesn't just stop even when you get an approved applicant. That's when they move in. So you not only have to get it on the market, get people in there, get applicants underwritten, get it approved, and then you have a move-in date. So to get to that move-in date as fast as you can, you got to price it right. And if you price it right and you have multiple people competing against your place, now you have leverage to negotiate the move-in date. Maybe someone wants to move on the 1st of August, but you're like, hey, I got 2 other people, you're the one I want to choose, but can you move in July 15th? So now you have some leverage on that. You might not got $100 more, but on your $3,000 rental, you now just got $1,500 more in rent by getting a move in 15 days earlier, which is more than the $100 you would have got on an annual basis, which would have been $1,200. So pricing is super, super, super important, and I want to make sure that you are using the tools that are out there. We have the free rental analysis on our website. I want you to check it out. It accounts for time of year, accounts for season, and it's definitely something that you as a Chicago investor needs to check out. If you have additional questions, love to help you. Tenant placement, property management, that's what we do. We help investors every day with questions they might have. Love to hear from you, and talk to you soon.